Alright, so moving on to our next Patreon request, and this one comes from Mitchell Ulrich, who asked me to do a what-if scenario with Nosferatu. As always, if you guys would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link in the description box below, hit the third tier, that'll allow you access to do so. But other than that, let's get started with the video. So basically, this video for this scenario is that, what it is like, what if, instead of trying to kill Nosferatu, I almost said Norman Osborn. That's the character he played, not the thing. Get it in your fucking head, you fucking idiot, multi. Otto von Franz, Willem Dafoe's character. God, thank you. Willem Dafoe's character, Professor von Franz, controlled Nosferatu and basically tried to make like a Nosferatu or like a Helsing organization out of him. I honestly think this does not work. Like, this does not work on a multitude of levels. One being, von Franz really doesn't. Von Franz isn't really like he is supposed to be the non-Abraham Van Helsing character. But the thing is, Van Helsing knows what he's doing. Von Franz is kind of, while he is he has an understanding of the occult, he has more of a tourist kind of mentality to what he's doing. So that's kind of a major difference here, is that while Van Helsing knew what he was doing, Von Franz really was more of, even like when he understood what they were battling was a vampire, and when they're like, well, how do we kill it? And his response was, I don't know. Because he's like, look, there's different variations of vampire across the world. We don't know which is which, so it really depends on how we combat this threat, for the most part. So again, he's not like with Van Helsing, who is a clear expert with what he is doing battle with. In here, the whole thing is that he has like an understanding, but I wouldn't say like he's a major expert of that. So also, I would imagine the magic, like the spells and whatever he would try to use to control Orlock, would probably be weak or have like some kind of backdoor for Orlock to manipulate. Because remember, Orlock isn't like even in the original F.W. Manaur movie, Orlock isn't like your typical vampire. He actually knows magic, and they specifically reiterate it in the Robert Eggers version, where Orlock is more of a, he was even the nun said that, yeah, the dude was very was a man who understood black magic, and that's how he got his immortality, was making a deal with the devil. So yeah, that's kind of a major difference. So if Von Franz tried to use any like kind of magical prowess against Orlock would probably be a powerful enough sorcerer to counter it, because remember, he kind of let his other head do the thinking that caused him to die. So I imagine if if Von Franz thought, well, maybe I can use this power to like try to control, what if I attempted to use this power to like try to control Orlock and make him a kind of like a force for good, like force him to my will. Like, could we do something of that regard? And I can tell you right now, that shit is not gonna exactly fly well. Because, yeah, if he tries to read from that book or some other kind of ancient text, I can tell you right now, it's not going to go, it's in no way, shape, or form going to go well in any way, shape, or form. Because Orlock is going to figure out a way to do that. Also, unlike Alec, because like a lot of this is based off of Helsing, kind of like supposed to be like a Helsing organization thing. With Alucard, it's Alucard and Orlock are two vastly different beings. Alucard is he does have a respect for Integra Van Helsing, and it's kind of alluded to he had a respect for other members of the Van Helsing family, even though, yes, Abraham was the person who killed him. So Alucard, Alucard slash Dracula had a kind of respect for them, and also was a willing soldier. Orlock doesn't have respect for anyone. He's, Orlock is just evil incarnate. It's not like with Alucard where he is a monster, but he has a monster with some kind of morality to him. I say some, and that's a very loose term. Whereas Orlock is more about, like, he's even said, like, I am an appetite, nothing more. And, yeah, Orlock is going to try everything he can to, not be under the control of those around him. So I can guarantee you it's not gonna, if von Franz thought he could, like, manipulate, Orlock, yeah, Orlock doesn't respect him. Orlock is a more powerful sorcerer than Franz, because again, Franz isn't even a master of magic. He just kind of has a loose understanding of what he's getting into. So that's it. So Orlock could easily, like, pull the rug out from under him, and von Franz would be like, "Well, I brought you back," and Orlock could easily be like, "And this gives you power over me?" Like, what did you think was gonna happen here, man? I don't, did you think I would see you as, like, my equal or something? Oh, that's rich. So, yeah, this is not, like, bottom line, this is in no way, shape, or form going to go well for anyone. This is going to end pretty piss poorly. I thoroughly believe it's not going to, this shit is not going to end well in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah. That's my 2 cents. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think? Once again, I'd like to thank Mitchell Orlock for this Patreon request. And, yeah, just comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of it. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.